Well, alright, so I want to talk about the FBI again here, and it has come out in like the last week that they have failed us once again with this school shooting here. You know, there was many warning signs. They admit that the proper procedure was not followed. And, you know, if you look at a lot of these shootings, these mass shooters or these terrorist attacks, you have a lot of indications beforehand that they're going to happen. These people show signs of craziness, and it's not just like, you know, a little thing that the FBI can't pick up on. It's like, no, the FBI or the police actually visited this guy's house, and this happens in other mass shootings as well. So before Nancy Pelosi starts and, you know, all the Democrats start attacking the NRA, maybe you should look at the FBI's failure to do their jobs. And another thing too is that I see a lot of people saying, oh, this guy was part of the Rifle Club and that was funded by the NRA. So these lowlifes in the media are just are like vultures looking for something to attack the right on, or, you know, attack the NRA or attack conservatives on, just searching for something. But at the same time, you hardly hear about how, you know, members of the rifle team actually helped move about 60 kids into a room where they could put up, I think it's Kevlar sheets to protect the kids from being shot. You don't hear about that, do you? No, it's all about, oh, NRA funded the school shooter. NRA, you know, you never hear about the good news. But yeah, it's just sad how this could have been stopped. There was many indications beforehand that this guy was nuts. And they admitted the proper procedure wasn't followed. Okay, so the proper procedure wasn't followed, so who's going to get fired? Who in the FBI is going to get fired? You know, in real life, when you mess up, you know, at your job, if you fuck up, and it's obvious, you know, if you fuck up at your job, it's nothing compared to 17 kids dying. You get fired. You get, you know, reprimanded. Who's going to get reprimanded or fired for this failure? They admitted proper procedure wasn't followed, so I want people fired. Just like 9/11, people should have been fired because there was many warning signs beforehand that the terrorists were going to attack, but nobody was fired because it's government, and government's corrupt, and government's stupid, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And nobody's ever fired in government because it's, you know, you can just do whatever the hell you want, I guess. So, I want firings at the FBI. I want suspensions, whatever it takes, so that this doesn't happen again. I mean, it's such a shame that while the FBI is working hard to try to prove the non-existent Russian collusion and trying to just, again, talk about vultures, just looking for the bottom feet, you know, the bottom pickings there, you know, indicting 13 irrelevants in Russia for meddling in our election, doing the same thing that millions of Democrats do, doing the same thing that, maybe not millions, but like the same thing that the TV networks do. So it's just disgusting that the FBI is, you know, working so hard here to again prove a non-existent thing. But at the same time, you got school shootings going on. You got other, and this isn't the only one either, where there was obvious warning signs. You know, I always, a lot of times like to go back and look, you know, like a week after the event happened, that, you know, what did the FBI know about this guy? And a lot of times, there's a big litany of information that was overlooked. So the FBI isn't doing their job. Somebody needs to be fired. Multiple people need to be fired, probably, because this isn't acceptable. It's not acceptable to say, oh, we fucked up, you know, 17 children died, others got injured, we fucked up. No, that's not acceptable. We need punishment, and we need government to be held accountable. Because if I fuck up at my job, I'm going to get fired. But if government fucks up at their job, well, and 17 people died, nothing happens. That's unacceptable, and I'm not going to take it. So there you go.